Richard, heavy winds and a steep and rocky terrain are the two elements causing the cave fire to be so destructive. Police received a call about a possibly deceased person in the surf right here at Pismo Beach. Just a couple of hours ago, 34 candles were placed at the memorial here at the Santa Barbara Harbor. Right here behind me is a part where the fire did burn just off of Highway 101. Others are taking it up a notch to make sure they still have power. And that means buying generators, big or small. Here on Newport Avenue, this is the new street design for now. Thank you, Mary. $250 donated. There you go. Whether for or against the closure here at the Oceano Dunes, one thing seems clear in talking with several businesses in the area. This move is going to have an impact. The man says he notified police through the department's app, and that was the problem. This is what some of the terrain crews are dealing with looks like. Now this forcing firefighters to attack the cave fire on foot. Power is still on in San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara counties, but weather conditions can change that in an instant, possibly prompting a power shutoff. Just in another fraternity, Delta Epsilon has been placed on probation for underage drinking. Got some tough shoes to fill, filling in for Rob, but let's do this. We're exactly 1 week away from opening night for the Bishop Diego football team. Now at this time of the day, there aren't many concerns, but students say once it gets dark, it can be terrifying walking home. The cost of living can be high for most people in San Luis Obispo County. It could be even higher for parents due to the cost of childcare. While some students are obviously celebrating the decision, some parents aren't, as they say this new time change will pose a challenge. It was a hot day here in San Luis Obispo, and as you can see with the thermometer, it is beginning to cool down. The city has added 2 new streetlights over the last several weeks. One of them is on and working right here behind me. And here's a great example. We have a Ram monster truck. Santa, if you're watching, this is the one I've been asking for. Combat the cars, trailers, RVs, and even boats parked on the side of the road for more than 72 hours. The city has more than doubled their ticket fines. Now could be just a couple of seconds or 20, giving you a chance to prepare for the shaking. The city decided to update their noise element. Now it's been the same since 2003, but as more venues, attractions, and people come to Paso, it's something the city says they needed to address. Candy apples, which will cost you about $10, but they do look good, and I might have to go over there as soon as I'm done here, guys. It is going great here at the Morro Bay Fire Station. Look at all the people that came out in the community. Everyone say hello. Hello. Trash is not hard to find. Now, as students begin piling into their new homes for the school year, trash is beginning to pile up on the streets. This means that property owners have to keep those weeds under 4 inches, unlike these ones here. Firefighters gear up, strap by strap, hoping to reach some containment on a fire that's been raging due to high winds, 30-year-old brush, and difficult terrain.
Cave fire is burning under some of the toughest firefighting conditions anywhere in the world.
This causing crews to make adjustments on how they strike.
We can't access this fire with bulldozers because it's so steep and rocky. We can't access this fire with fire engines because of the terrain.
This is what some of the terrain crews are dealing with looks like. Now this forcing firefighters to attack the cave fire on foot. With hundreds of firefighters on scene, crews and their hand tools cut down brush to try and establish containment, with some help coming from above in the form of Phos-Chek and even mud.
Front country Santa Barbara fires are known to firefighters throughout the country because of our terrain and our fuels and the weather we get.
Highway 154 and Camino Cielo are the only 2 roads crews can use to access the fire. Berticelli says firefighters are fully engaged in doing all they can to put this fire out and get the community back into their homes.
We see this as detrimental to the local economy.
Partial closure of the Oceano Dunes is not only going to affect off-roaders, campers, and residents, it's also going to play a role in local businesses' success. 3 Fat Guys Diners is located just minutes from the dunes, and the owners say while they are disappointed to see the partial closure, they're trying to look on the bright side.
We also get a lot of locals that come here. I think maybe with us, it's not going to impact as much. I think we're going to have a reduction of some people coming in.
Closing this area of the dunes is going to have a major effect on beachside camping, and businesses like here at Sun River say they're feeling the impact.
It's going to affect us is if they're not here camping and they're not here in use of those campgrounds, we're going to sell a whole lot less parts. We are going to have a lot less customer interaction. That's going to affect our foot traffic here at our store.
The closure of 48 acres on the dunes means 50% less beachside camping. Less area for the outdoor activity could hurt Sky River stores. Robert Lewis, front desk manager of Edgewater Inn & Suites, says the decision could go either way for his hotel.
People sometimes come out just to camp there at the dunes, and if there's limited space, which there usually is, they might have to look at other options. That would be either not coming to Pismo or staying at the hotel, which we would appreciate.
While each owner has their own opinion of how business will be impacted, January 1st of 2020 will provide more answers.